Hi, welcome to San Francisco Wing Chun's Sunday morning Siu Nim Tao. Hope everybody is safe out there. Today's topic, we're going to talk about the日字衝拳, which is the sun character fist that is in Wing Chun and some other styles as well. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later today. First, we're going to show you some new stretches to get warmed up. So let's get started. Okay, so we have your customary stretches, right? With your shoulder roll, just warming up, shoulder roll, right? So you want to get your upper body here. Shake out any tension, any stress that you've had during the week or in your hands, right? Just shake them all out, okay? Shoulders. You could do a little bit of a neck stretch here, right? And some breathing. So that's, our upper body. We're getting relaxed in the upper body. But for the lower part, okay, so I want to introduce 3 stretches here today. So the first one, when we get into our stance, we use our ankles. It has to be a little bit flexible, right? So first one you could do is just have your feet together. And if you've never done this before, you hold on to something to make sure you don't fall. But basically, you put your feet together, and so I'll do the side view, Emma's going to do the front view, and you're just going to bend here. Okay, and if you can bend, keep bending, and then you get to the floor so that your heels are still touching the ground throughout the whole, right? So you could start to slowly get up. And now you're back again, right? So you can do this a few times, right? So slowly just go forward, lean, and then down here. So you get the stretch in the ankles, right? And then back up. So there's other ways you could do this, right? If you have a wall, you put your heel close to the wall and your feet up on the vertical part of the wall, just like this. And you just square up to the wall, hips and shoulders square up to the wall, and you just lean towards it. Relax the foot, and then always relax when you're doing these stretches, right? And you just bring your hip closer to the wall. Okay? Here, square up to the wall, relax, bring your hip closer to the wall. And that's a nice stretch. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is that you want to warm up by stretching your hamstrings, so you can have feet pointing forward. Okay, and then just slowly go on one side to the other. And you're going to feel a stretch on the hamstrings. Okay, and have both feet pointing forward. If you can go a little bit lower, that's good. All right. This is a good stretch for your hamstrings. Okay, that's the second one. And the third one, okay, so if you've never done this one before, you can actually sit down and do it. So we have some chairs here. Go ahead. Okay, so here you could put your one leg over the other like this. And this is going to open up your hips. Okay, so this, you can just bring your foot closer to your body. So what I do is I use for my left hand, I put it underneath my left ankle. Right hand, right underneath here. And I'm just going to pull this closer toward my body. Now as I do this, I'm kind of pressing down a little bit on my thigh with my elbow here. So that opens this, presses down this way, pulls my foot towards me this way. Okay, and that is a nice stretch. Opens up your hip. Okay, so you do that for a little bit. You do the other leg. All right. Right hand underneath my right ankle. And just pull and press down on with my elbow and pull my foot toward my body. And then you want to have your head up and straight back, okay? So if you've never done that before or you have problems with balancing, use a chair. Now,
Can I stay in the chair?
sure, you can stay in the chair. So, but what you want to do is like have your head up, straight back, and do this without the chair. For those of you that have a little bit better balance, right? So here, underneath, press, pull back, and breathe, relax. Okay, Dang Tao, Ting Yu. Okay, relax and breathe. You can bend down a little bit, and you can try to stretch that so that I can get a nice, good stretch on both legs. Okay, so this is good for when you start to do kicking. You could actually pull back with the toe on here. Okay, right? Because this is the beginnings of our kick, right? When you kick, you're bringing out your leg here. I thought you were gonna join me. And then flex out, right? So this is the beginnings of it. So you have a good stretch that way. So now that we're all warmed up, our shoulders, hands, and our legs, let's do the first set, the Siu Nim Tao. Okay, feet together, hands up the side, down, out, back, and just settle, okay? Down, up, back. Okay,日字衝拳, right here, right? The 日字means the sun character, and it is a perfect rectangle. Okay, so when you have this fist out here, this is the 日字. You want to have a perfect rectangle when you start and when you punch. You should also have a perfect rectangle, meaning rectangle, perfect rectangle means vertical rectangle, not angled this way or this way, right? So we're going to get into why that is. So here, perfect rectangle, Yatji, sun character, okay? That's the same character that's used on Sunday, the sun character, Yatji. Okay, so here, stretch your wrist. Okay, coming back, you should remember that you should be able to withstand some force against your Wu Sao. Okay, this is the first Fok Sao. Remember, Dang Tao, Ting Yu. Here, Mai Zhang, Lok Ma, Kim Sat. Right? Head up, straight lower back, elbows in and forward, low stance, knees together. Okay, so that's our third one. All right, so here you should be able to withstand some energy, and when you taking some energy, you should be able to not just fight it here. You're actually trying to send that energy down. Pak. Don't go past your shoulders. Nice and relaxed. You're trying to be calm, but thinking about your movements. Focusing on your movements, but being in a very calm state. This is the first Fok Sao. Remember, sending your elbow energy forward. Connecting to the ground, but sending your elbow energy forward. Withstanding some energy here. Down. Hang Zhang. Walking elbow. Second one. Okay. Your Fok Sao. Elbow in, wrist on your center. Okay, so here, Pak Sao to the side, not past your shoulder. Forward. Dead weight down, dead weight down. Dead weight here. This is the coming down in the center, flat, throat strike, down, back up, back, Pak Sao. Tan, Jat, Tan. Hyun Sao to about 8 o'clock, strike. Tan, Jat, Tan. Hyun Sao to about 4 o'clock, strike. Bong, Tan, strike. Bong, Tan, strike. Gang Sao, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the日字衝拳. Perfect rectangle here. Perfect rectangle here. And you start from your center. So you guys should remember that your punch comes from your center. Right? So when we're doing the lap sao exercise, here you try to have the sun character facing your partner here, right? So, Dang Tao Teng Yu, Lok Ma. Not so close. Okay, here. So why is it important to have sun character? Because if your sun character is angled, right, you'll notice that the bones here, this is the ulna and radius, okay? So if you're off a little bit, right, so this bone will not be aligned with the bottom one, right? So your forearm will be angled a little bit. But if it's right in the middle where they have a perfect rectangle, this bone here will be right above this one here, right? So that helps when you're punching, right? And then you're gonna contact someplace along the arm. This will be more aligned and your elbow would be directly below and at its optimal point for contacting here. Okay, if it's off, right, this bone will be off on this side. Okay, so when you're doing the lap sao, go ahead. Here, the straighter it is this way toward me, the more aligned this will be here. So that's the physical characteristics of it. Okay, so that helps you be more aligned and it gives you a little bit more structural energy. But also, when you're have the sun character here, it has more cutting energy along this bone here. So here, right, she's gonna uproot. It's more aligned. This forearm is more aligned, right? Versus this way or this way. She can still do it, but is more structurally better that way, okay? So日字衝拳, from beginning of your punch, right, to the end of your punch. So hope everyone's still wearing their masks, okay? I want everyone to stay safe and keep practicing. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. We'll see you next week. Bye.